Right, we should be live. I'm just gonna double check things and put on some noise for you guys.
Noise.
Yep. And we're just gonna double check that everything is live. So, I have returned.
We are live. Yeah.
Yep. I have returned. I'm sorry.
Surprise!
For those of you who are members on the Ko-Fi or the YouTube, you know what's going on. And basically, yeah, I was just incapacitated at that period of time. But let us get started, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Weekly WAYPN. I'm Karl.
I'm Sonny.
And I'm also known as something else.
Henry.
Yes.
You are Henry and I'm
Sunny.
Sagita. Yes. Well, hello.
Hey.
It's John Gas. Yes. I was a guest. Somebody's gas.
Gasomax.
Howdy. Well, we are starting today with our Alex.
Co.
Alex. I haven't been. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Like, before we even get started, like, the one thing I just want to say is that basing is
based.
Yes, it's based.
Love it.
Yeah, it is absolutely delicious. Like, you just look at it and you're drawn to it.
I can already tell where he is. He's like on one of those hillsides that overlook the ocean.
Yeah,
that one. That thing. What is that called?
A crag? I think that might be called a mountain crag. Like the ones which are on an angle, right?
Yeah, like, so it's like the grass, and then there's a cliff on the side, and then
Yeah,
and then the ocean's right there.
I guess mountainside cliff.
A cliff of some sort.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to read him out?
I will. I haven't been painting much recently, but my kids wanted to do a bit of painting this weekend. They like the Stormcast Eternal, so I took them through how to paint my particular storm host. First one is mine as an example. Second is from my 13-year-old daughter. Third is from my 7-year-old son. And the last is from my 6-year-old son. Let us see the family lineage.
All right. Well, I have to say, it's pretty dang good. So this is him.
This is Alex.
Right, and then this is 13-year-old. Right, and so I take a look at it. Now, obviously he's got his highlights and all of that quite done up nicely, right? But if you take a look at it in terms of like assembly line, it's perfectly clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing is out of place, nothing is outside of the lines, and that shows a great deal of control.
Yeah.
You know, I think that that's really good, right? And then we come to this next one, and it's the same deal.
This one's the 7-year-old, yeah?
Yeah, so yes.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yep.
Second is from so third is the 7-year-old one.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty much the same, isn't it?
Yeah, but we have a little bit of bleeding over here on the shield. But what I'm surprised about is how well they get the quarter tone shields done.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's not a whole lot of errors around there, right? We got some bleed over here, but like that's not bad at all. Also, notice how clean the stripe is.
I know, that's the thing that I was like, how did you do that? Did you use any tape, or did you just
No, I don't think it's tape, because we can see, like, if we zoom in, right?
It's pretty straight.
Yeah, it's pretty straight, but it's not tape straight.
I see the other side is a bit like
bit
wonky,
but
just
see,
a tad,
but see, like
nobody
that
knows.
That looks like just two individual brushstrokes together.
Yep.
And like, so we got some bleed here and some bleed there, but like, that's really good.
For a 7-year-old, that's actually pretty. I'm just trying to think back to my children art classes days and trying to think about.
So what we need to do is we need to, get more kids so that we can, just have them work as an assembly line for us.
Oh yeah, for Alex. For
us.
Okay.
For us.
So we're hiring kids.
Yes.
But the payment is juice box. Yes.
So here we have a little bit of bleed over here with the white as well, right? But once again, look at that line. That line is very clean.
Yeah.
Right? And we got a little bit of bleed over here. But look,
Easily fixable.
Yeah, easily fixable. I was about to say the same. Like, I take a look at all of this, and like, honestly, so imagine we have this guy in the front.
Yeah.
All of these have their bases done up.
Yeah.
Okay? So imagine that each of them have their bases done up. This guy's in the front and those guys are in the background.
Yep.
I honestly don't think we'd pick up on it as much as we might think we would.
I would think that the three guys are the troopers and then the central guy is the captain because because he looks more saturated than the rest of them. But they don't look different other than that.
Yeah, no, it's remarkably consistent.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Maybe they watch Alex while he's painting or something.
Maybe.
There's a lot of things that kids can learn just purely by watching it.
Yeah, through osmosis,
Yeah, and then they'll just try to imagine it in their head how you would do it.
Well, see,
that's what I did when I was a kid.
Kids love to imitate their parents because, like, that's how they learn to survive.
Of course.
So, you know, they're, like, that's the whole thing, you know.
Nature's way.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But I have to say, I'm like considering how each of them are, I'm really impressed.
It is a very
Right,
Rumble has said something. You could call the kids base coat babies. You get them to do most of the work, then do the cleanup. Technically, I kind of do that some of the times for you too.
Yeah, except you're not so much a base coat, like you'll add flourishes and all sorts of things.
Well, if you tell me to sort of go for it, like I give this model is yours. You do the model. Here's your instructions.
Yeah. So Gastro says, units bunched together hide a lot of mistakes for sure. Yeah, and like honestly, if Alex wanted to work up from these guys, I don't think he'd be having as hard a time as you might think. Because, like, you've got all the colours blocked in.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let us move on to Kid Strong.
Oh, yes. Okay. Sunday Whip. Slay the Spire minis. Spire. I feel like I know this game.
This is an Xbox game.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. So, they're works in progress. They are not yet finished, but I tell you what, I like the colours. Yeah.
I know. Jinx. Where's my Pepsi? The Pepsi has not been opened.
I see. Then there must be the call to the brother. Should I
No.
let out the beacons?
He's doing his
what things?
cleaning.
Oh yeah.
He's doing his.
We will get the brother servant to bring things.
No. Alone.
Leave brother alone.
Leave brother alone. We will give him some loops. Loops, brother. Give me some loops.
May I have some oats?
Oh, there's a loops one with the cat. You know the fat cat with staring at the bowl of Fruit Loops? There's a loops one.
Oh, okay. It looks very cleaned up in this next picture. I tell
really
you what,
like the highlights of the sash.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say too. It's very nice. I like.
It really looks like silk.
Yes, I agree.
Love it.
Yes. Well, let us move on, brother.
How do I say the other pig? No. I can't do it.
Alright.
It's a RJ.
Yeah, and
it's a RJ.
This is a Kingdom Death Monster mini.
Yep, getting the general lighting blocked in. Gonna be a fun one. Model from Kingdom Death Monster. Rumble says, slay the spire, more like slay and inspire.
Alright, so the one thing that I don't get with what RJ did here is where he included the yellow in this.
Okay.
So I understand why he did all the white, right? So this is something I'll hopefully have Warren explain to me, because what I thought, so with this selective Zenithal, I thought he was going to put down a thin, transparent like coat for each of the things. So over here, it would all be quite dark, right? But then he added the yellow over it, right? And see, now since it's color tinted, like you can't really put that transparent coat over. You follow what I'm saying?
So you're saying that this was a opaque yellow and orange that was overlaid on top of the white.
The white, yeah. And so I'm not quite sure.
It could be airbrush ink. I mean,
Yeah, no. I understand that. But I'm like, I don't understand why he put the yellow on over the white. So I'm not quite understanding his processing here, right? Because I look at this, and so when we hey,
it's a Larry. I
will now remember one name.
Only one name.
Yes.
Today, like you mixed up our friend's name in real life the other day.
Did I?
Yeah, you called him a different name.
Anyway, but yeah, so like I think
Russell. Called him Russell.
Oh yes. But
like,
no, that
Russell?
was meant to be a joke, and then I actually forgot.
I know.
It was terrible. But at least I'm consistent. Like I can see here, it sort of looks like the start of like skin work here and all of that sort of thing, but I don't understand the process at all.
Okay, I'm confused. What is that you're confused?
I'm confused why he added the yellow.
So what should it have been?
I like, see, I think he should have stopped here.
Okay.
Then added his, done his transparent coats, right? Over all of this, right?
And what colors would those transparent coats
So
be?
whatever it is. So like you do your skin in whatever the skin color is, right? So that comes up as a skin color, and then once you've done,
you put your orange and yellow.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
What if he's trying to do it like pitch black, and he's not planning to paint anything? He's just like. Light.
I get what you're saying, Gas. Yeah, continue. Continue.
Like it's just light. You know, because it's so dark, you can't see.
So you reckon maybe
anything.
all of this might remain black?
Yeah, that's the only way I can see how this.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Because like when you take a look at the central guy,
yeah,
when you
the
see
butcher,
front on the butcher, he looks quite ambient because you can see the orange hitting onto the pauldron area. It looks like that underlit type of painting, and I feel maybe that's what he's going.
Yeah, no, because I just want him to sort like because RJ obviously has talent, right? We've seen his pieces before, but that's why I'm asking about this because I don't understand the process. I don't understand.
Yeah,
and
how
this is
far? Okay.
and this is one of the things that I think is really important with WAYPN because, like, there's some people who are next level talented here, right?
Yeah.
And there's some other people who are just
Ellens.
Yes, the Allens. So, but then there's, people just smashing things out. And, like, I get stuff from both of them, right? But it's stuff like this which makes me sort of question things, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I want to know what I'm missing out on.
Is it like because you're used to seeing them produce a certain quality?
No. It's because I don't understand the process, and if I don't understand the process, I want to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is unconventional. Like I don't understand how this would progress.
Yeah.
And you're just are you trying to go for this look, or is it just something that I'm not used to?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, let's move on.
All right, and this one
yes.
is pretty much exclusive for you.
Yeah, John. What now, Garrow? How do you tell them about what happened in Van?
So, that's a bit of a law reference, right? But I just want to get you to tell.
Is that before? Do I know about this yet?
You don't know about this yet, but
I won't say anything.
No, just tell us the feel you have of this piece.
I think John is really talented at capturing the mood of something. He's very good at capturing a scene and showing how the the feelings behind the emotion. Because like, as far as technical skill goes, it's in the middle, I would say. Like he can definitely do much better than this. Like the shape is not very clean.
I think it's sort of like on the way there sort of thing.
On the way there, yeah. Like it's would this consider impressionistic
impressionistic? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because like it's more like you're letting your brain fill in the gaps type of art rather than it's like, oh wow, this grand masterpiece, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a special quality to impressionistic art, but I love the use of the colors. The mood is set really nicely. I feel like if you put more shadow, like put him more in shadow, and just the part where his bald head and the green pauldron was shown in light because the light's coming from the background, it would set the mood that much more, I would say. But I just like looking at it because there's so much story here. You can see him really contemplating, like, what does this Garrow fella do now? I don't know what he's gonna do, man. He's depressed.
Yes, well, I will explain that at another point in time, but we will move on. But yeah, because you are the actual artist, so I wanted you to comment on the actual artwork. But talking about actual artworks, so next off, there's Member Monday. We've been getting some trickles of members, which has been nice.
I want to say a few words for Member Monday.
Yes.
I'm very appreciative of everyone who joins us on our live stream, because I find that I was just telling Henry just earlier today, Rumble wanted to join us, but he couldn't. And I feel like people here take this review very seriously, and I like that. It's like you guys appreciate the time that's put into the review, the community, and we appreciate you guys putting things out. And there's just this consistent level of effort all around. Like everyone takes each other seriously.
Yeah, we actually had a serious comment from a brand. Which was hilarious because it's funny. The only one that I wasn't on, and I was like that one meme where it's SpongeBob with what's the squirrel named?
Sandy.
Yeah, and it's this meme where she's all fat and he walks up to her. It's, Mom, my fart is on the floor.
Wait, what?
He says, Mom, my fart is on the floor.
I think I remember this. I just don't remember where. I heard this from God. So who's the fart?
No, because like I just sort of saw the comment and I'm like, what?
Why is this here?
But anyway, so let's move on.
I try not to take myself too seriously.
So next up, we've got Steve Allen, and once again, it's another Allen doing Allen level stuff. So
oh yeah, okay. When I saw this post, honestly, I'm sorry, Steph. I actually skipped over it thinking it was Warhammer art. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not a mini. Whatever this is, it's probably not relevant to me. And I skipped over it until I read the comments, and I was like, wait, what? This is a real terrain piece.
Yeah, it looks.
Oh my god!
It looks really nice. So I think he's had strong use of pigment powders around here, or at least that's the way it looks.
Do you think he used the villainy inks? It looks a lot like the way that it's tinted.
It might be. It might be villainy inks, but I tell you what, I really like the way that he's done the lighting.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's because, like, when you look at it, it looks great. Like, when you look at it, it looks great, but it also doesn't look overpowering. You just look at it and you're like, oh, Oh yeah, no, there is lighting there. Oh yeah, yeah. Like that's sort of how you feel, but just also the color choices are
Yeah.
so perfect.
Like,
So
so much of it is muted, but only just the lights come through and you
but
focus on
the
that.
fact that he chooses the red light here,
Yeah.
which complements all of this red around here.
Yep.
You've got this like
The blues.
it's almost a cyan, isn't it?
Yeah. But I will call it blue for the sake of, color theory talking points.
Yeah. So it's obviously, what do you call it? Primary
This is a
color.
triadic color
Yeah.
scheme.
But like the thing is, you would never.
Middle square.
Oh,
Rumble. You can
stop.
check it.
Stop. You would never have guessed that like it is a 3-color scheme based off what you're looking at. You're like
There's
like
a
you
lot
look
of
at
things going on.
yeah, there's like a lot of muted browns and all of this other sort of thing, and it's just absolutely fantastic.
Insane.
And yeah, I just think that it looks really wonderful. So we are, I forget this at times, we are meant to give critiques if we are able. So I'm just trying to look and trying to find.
I don't know where you would give critique, honestly.
Yeah,
something like this.
I guess like right here, like some of them are not as well defined as this tooth, I guess. that is super nitpicky.
But, that's so nitpicky that it's not even.
Yeah, I know,
comment.
and yeah, it's just like we're trying,
I don't think
but
you can. I think this is perfectly executed. I don't think there is anything to say.
But there is one thing that I wanted to take a look at, which is really nice, is the way he does
Oh yes.
like how there is white in here, but you would have never guessed it looking at it. Like tiniest touches of it, and it's just
sploogies of.
Yeah, it looks. Man, this is a perfect piece.
Something I have noticed about like high level paint jobs or competition level paint jobs.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do the layering in a smooth base coats blend style. They always do it in a sort of cross hatching style or like a stipple. Like it's always textured in some way that creates that realistic what is that?
I follow, but I think we should probably move on.
Okay.
Alright, so next up we have Jin.
Oh, we have Jin.
Now I do believe we looked at Jin's stuff before.
I think this is I don't remember.
No, he showed us the conversion before. So this is the Inquisitor guy you want to read out?
Now. Update on my Kit Bash Inquisitor. I failed to paint him because I was too focused on it and had no patience. While the guy I cared the least turned out much better. Sometimes it be that way.
I don't think that it's ruined or anything. I think you definitely should go back to him and put a bit more care into him, because you've put a lot of time and effort into this piece. So like take a look at it this way, right? Take a look at it this way. Imagine you've got a mate who's spent months restoring this old car, right? And then he just goes out with it without having it, properly painted. He's just got like an undercoat on it. You'd just be like, dude, what?
Yeah, like you spent so much time building this thing. Just give it that nice coat of paint and let everyone see how much effort you put into it.
Yeah, because I think painting it does make it look a lot better than where it was before when we saw it before. Like, I like the way that you've done his torso, his hat, to sort of separate the mechanical face. And he does feel much more mechanical now, much less just like a Stormcast. I think that, yeah, just put that extra bit of time and effort into it. Like, there's no reason you can't still apply paint to this model. Because if you're going to go all the way with a conversion, just do it. Yeah.
It's okay to take a break and come back to it. You don't have to rush anything.
What I would say is decide what you want to do with the shield, because at the moment, like, I don't know whether this is meant to be faded paint or, you know, what's going on here with the shield.
Yeah, it all looks like one color.
Well, like, we got the gold here, and then I think this is meant to be the red, but it feels like it's stippled off or peeled off, or But I'm not sure.
There's not much contrast between the metal and the middle part, so
So I think you really want to push those things. Right?
Create more contrast. Yeah.
Just like you have with the chest and head. See how you've got that really strong contrast with everything else?
Yeah, like you look at it as an angle, the thing that catches your eye is the hat and the chest plate, I guess.
But the face stands out between them. Yeah, so just put some extra rounds in, and I think you can really, you know, have it come up. Alright, so next piece is me, and I really haven't done that much more. I just made some road for it. I've got he's pretty close to finish now. He's just got his mouth. I've done the rest of the terrain. I'm so surprised that you can't see the trees behind him. But yeah.
Yeah, the angle is not the best for sure.
It's all right. Trees. But yeah, so he's almost there. Almost there. All right. So next up we have John Gas.
Oh. Only had a little bit of time this weekend to get some paint on the lion. So I focused on the base and tried to add a little OSL from the pile of
I can see that.
I like the coals.
Yeah, I like the coals and the ambient lighting. I think you might have gone a bit far with the ambient lighting. I think it might be a bit too much. So I think here is good. Over there, okay, but like right here, maybe a bit much. You might want to bring that back in a bit, I feel. What do you think?
Talking in terms of physics, I suppose, like if it's going to hit the foot, then you can't...
But remember that the foot's metallic, so it might be more reflective.
Yeah, you could do a bit of glaze of black just to tone that patch down.
Yeah.
I think a few little stipples of pale yellow or white just around the hottest parts of the coal would really give it that extra
pop.
Yes, the pop that it needs, because it's almost there. Right now it just looks like a margarita pizza.
I think it looks much better than a margarita pizza.
No, it's got the nice tomato sauce and the cheese, but you just need
you act
something.
Like we never feed you.
I'm fed. I eat. Just needs a little sprinkles of vanilla bean on top. Okay? All I need.
Why are you like this?
Rumble say, can't see the wood for the disease.
Indeed. But yeah, like, especially when we look back, this looks great. But like over here, I feel like there's too much red on this area right here. But yeah, like, just a little bit of black around there, like Sunny says. Though I don't think that it is whatever the...
Margarita.
Okay. Alright.
Naples.
It's not my fault, John. You know, I do feed her. Okay, I just want you to know that. But yeah, I think like it's looking really nice. Like
I like what he's done with the wings on the cloak. Like it's really come up. Like I can see the sheen line in the wings. It wasn't there before. I think he's done a bit more work with the shadows, and it's come up real good.
All right. Well, let us move on to the next piece.
It be Lance.
It be Lance indeed, and he's up to number 87.
Nice. I may make it to 100 by year's end. Here is 87. I really like this guy, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I think...
This is a D&D character.
Yeah, I think our resident Larry redid that. But you know, one of the things I really like is the way he's toned things. So, like, you see how he's done a bit of purple here, he's got yellow here, and he's got the spots along it. But yeah, I'm not sure it was awesome feedback from one of us.
It's an analogy. He can understand. Everyone understands food. I'm smart.
Okay, well, look, Lance, I think it looks great, and the other thing that I like that Lance did is how he put it on a piece of cork.
And he put the sand this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it does give it a bit of extra dimensionality. It makes it feel like that there's a base there.
Yeah.
And it feels very characterful. I like it.
Yeah. It's very nicely done.
It is exactly where it wants to be.
Yeah.
You know? Alright. So next up, we have some more from Lance. This one I feel is a bit of a step down with, like, I know he's going for that marshy thing, but if you're going for that marshy thing, I really think you have to black rim these bases. And the other thing is, because the cloak is so soft, I feel like you really needed to step up with the highlights on this. You know, like some extra dry brushing, that sort of thing.
When you say soft, you mean the sculpt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And also, like, that line is just so noticeable. Which is not your fault, it's the sculpts, but still, you know, nonetheless. So, like, I'd black rim that and just, like, dry brush some just pure white over the top. But, yeah, I think it looks good. Alright, and then, next up, we've got Larry showing off the very same figure from, like, 15 years ago, apparently. But...
inspired by Lance, he says.
Yeah.
So here is the Jabberwock I painted when it came out while I was still new to the hobby.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I got the 15 years ago thing from. It's my psychic powers activating, that's it. But yeah, it's also interesting to see how people use color. So, like, you see how Lance did, like, a bit of purple on here and that sort of thing, but he didn't color the wings differently like Larry did here. I
wonder if he's using Lance as the reference. And
no. He did this when he was new to the hobby, and Lance has just done this.
Okay, yeah, it's similar color scheme, yeah. Yeah.
It might be the color scheme they have for the box or something.
Exactly was what I was thinking as
well. But yeah, so reading the comments, always mistake.
The pizza needs some red pepper. Got it.
It's
always good with red pepper flavor.
But yeah, so I think we'll move on from this one because this one's a Throwback Thursday one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, we are finishing super early, guys.
It's only been 30 minutes. Gee.
Because we're up to where we began. Alex Coe.
Oh my god. Ooh, look at this.
Alright, would you like to read out?
1 moment. I'm just gonna do a quick refresh. Just in case. Oh, that's... Right. Quick whip on these prosecutors. I'm actually getting through these models fast enough that there just might be a chance that I'll actually finish painting the full spearhead. Just as an FYI, you don't need to read this part, Sonny. I'm gonna read it. Spearhead is a balanced version of Age of Sigma Light. You use the core rules, etc., but some of the advanced rules are either modified or ignored. There is a set army for each faction, which comes full and complete in its own box, which gives you a taste of each faction to paint or play with. Oh, the spearhead I am painting now is called the Vigilant Brotherhood. Okay. It's looking vigilant and brotherhoody. Is he gonna do more with the wings though? That's the
I
question.
don't know, because it's just said that it's a whip here. That's all that we know.
Because it's looking pretty good and done.
Yeah.
I think the wings are like the final piece to...
And I wonder what he's going to do with those flames.
Yeah.
Because, like, that blue would contrast really, really well. But I wonder if he'll do, like, a more menacing red flames to go with his color scheme.
Yeah. It'll work out either way. Oh, Larry.
Closer to 30 or 35 years. My psychic powers have failed me.
It was close. It's half the number, honey. You got it right. Pretty good. Pretty good.
And then the podcast is over because I collapsed. But yeah, no. I was expecting it to go for a lot longer because when we had our guest here, like, they don't know about the hobby.
Yeah.
And they looked at the miniatures and they're like, there's so much detail.
Yeah.
They're so tiny. Why is there so much detail? They're so tiny. But yeah, no.
People like to paint them.
Yeah, we've had quite a few less ones on the podcast recently. And I think that's because, one, I've been away, and because, two, I think a lot of people are very busy this time of year.
Of course.
You know, they might have a bit going on.
Yeah.
But I think rather than beating around the bush,
we will beat around a tree instead.
We're just going to say thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
And as always, keep those brushes